Look at that. Hey? Wow, man. How cool's that? Oh, hit my freaking head, man. How cool's that? I tell ya, I'm stoked. I am absolutely stoked. Yeah, I know, I teased you with knobbies, I know. And I know I haven't been here for years. I feel like I've deserted my tribe, but guess what? I'm back. I'm not up the bush riding my bike like I'd like to be. Things have been going a little pear-shaped, they went the last probably month. I've got responsibilities, what can I say? Even YouTube sensations have responsibilities. Yeah, so new tyres. Yeah, they're not the knobbies, they're Shinkos. I decided the other tyres were just getting too sketchy, eh? It was actually, the back tyre wasn't too bad. It was bald as. Like, it was the front tyre had scalloped out really bad. And the handling was compromised. And it's funny, when I'm talking about tyres to people, they suggested Shinkos. So I went with the Shinkos, and yeah, they talked to me about, I mentioned the word Trail Max, and they go, yuck, like, and it's like, after having these Shinkos on, I know why they go yuck, yeah. But yeah, this bike handles like a sport bike now on the corners. Still got a few chicken strips on there, as you can see, but yeah, I'm getting her over pretty good. I'm enjoying riding again, which it was sort of getting a little bit sketchy, and speaking of sketchy, I don't know whether you can see my sprocket, my rear sprocket in there. I've ordered some brand new sprockets and chain. She's got a bit long in the tooth. I've done over 19,000 clicks on this bike though, so in my mind that's not too bad for someone who prefers a shaft drive motorcycle. Chain is awesome. I've just got to pull my finger out, be a little bit more aware. I think I'm going to get one of those stands you put under the back wheel, just to make it easy. I've got a lift there. I can do it easy. It's just, you know, there's a bit of stuffing around involved. I guess once I've got a dedicated shed, a bit of something I can park my bike on, that I don't worry about oil drips and stuff like that, it's not going to be too bad. Anyway, update on the Kwakka Saké channel. I apologise, guys, I just haven't been there because of commitments. The old crap Tiva died and went to heaven. I was on my way up to my boat, and what do you do? You know, I thought to myself, what do? Do I tow it to my mechanic? $300 for a tow to get it to my mechanic. And then God knows how much to fix it. It just went snap. There was this audible snap, and then the car's just like, and it was probably something simple like I think it was a CV joint. You know, it was probably something simple like that. I think it was a CV joint, but I'd had enough of the Captiva. I didn't want to put any more money in it. And as long as you're chasing something that owes you money, you know, I was caught with this car that was constantly going into limp mode. How freaking embarrassing. It was a great car when it was going well. Yeah, so that's it. Scrapped it. You know, I did my little retaining wall and my container, sorted that out. My bike, I still haven't finished my fairing yet. That's coming up. I've just been in limbo, a little bit of limbo, a bit of YouTube limbo. So I started thinking about what can I get to replace the Craptiva? And the old me would be worried about, I want something economical, you know. I want something nice, something a little bit sporty, but something I can go off-road, get on my property with, you know, tow a trailer, something I can tow with. And so I started to look at dual cab utes, thinking I get another ute. I can't get single cab utes because the ergonomics don't suit me. I'm not a big fan of utes. They're too high sprung for me. I like a bit of comfort. Yeah, so then I decided, hey mate, you don't have to worry about economy. Like, you ride your bike every day to work. Get something that's going to last you the rest of your life. So I decided, okay, what advice have I ever had off my mechanic? I thought, thinking back, and I think he said 80 series Land Cruiser. The old 80 series Land Cruiser, the old 1HZ motor, you just can't beat it. And I thought, So I started looking around, bits and pieces on the internet, figured out a price, got some finance. I needed finance, and yeah, I bought one. I don't pick it up till tomorrow. It wasn't an easy decision to make, because what do? Do I buy something that's got impeccable service history but a lot of Ks, or do I buy something with not so lot of Ks, but you've got no idea of the service history, you got no idea what you're getting into? I'm a big believer in follow your gut, follow your heart, follow your, I don't know, your brain, I guess. Your brain's got a lot to do with it, but at the end of the day, you know, do I, don't I? So I did, and I don't care that it's got a lot of Ks. Pick it up tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I took it for a test drive, like going back in time, you know, driving a big truck. You know, it's just like, yeah, that's me. And it's slow as, that's okay, because I have all the fun on my motorcycle. I don't need to go fast in a 4B, you know. All I need is for it to tow. You know, it comes with a lot of it comes with winches, 2 winches, you know, PDO winch, an electric winch on the back. It's got good, it's nice and clean. It's been well looked after. It's done an amazing amount of kilometres. And I'm sure people will be thinking, you're crazy. Why didn't you get something with half? You could have got something half the amount of kilometres. And I'm like, well, why not get something you know that's been looked after? And I taught him a mechanic. You know, most of the stuff on it's new anyway. All the parts have been replaced. And so it just leaves the motor. I talked to my mechanic, how much to get your motor rebuilt if worse comes to worse. You know, and that's what I figure, mate. Hey, if it's good enough for Lawsy, you know, if it's good enough for half the Australian rural population who've got 1 million Ks on their 4B, it's good enough for me, you know. I'm sure if Jesus Christ was down here right now, he'd be driving a Land Cruiser. Anyway, God bless you all, speaking of. Thank you. Mental health. It's been a real... it's been interesting the last month, you know. And I'm reminded of my mortality, you know. It's okay though, because I feel good about me, you know, and that's what counts, you know. When I look in the mirror, I say, "Hey, Juddy, how are you?" And guess what? There's this smile looking back at me, and I'm like, "Geez, I love you, mate," you know. And I gotta love you because you're the only one I got that to carry around this soul of mine. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to sign out, and thank you for your time if you're watching this. Thank you to everybody who's hung in there in my time off. I promise I'm going to get back up the bush. Maybe next time you see me up the bush, I'm going to be driving the Land Cruiser. I'll take you guys with me. You know, we'll have fun. We'll do some servicing together. I haven't forgotten about the knobby tyres, and I haven't forgotten about getting up the bush with me mates. It's just on hold for a bit, which isn't too bad. It's probably not the best time of year for camping. I want to go for a camp, and it's bloody freezing at the moment, in the morning and at night, that is. During the day, it's beautiful. Yeah. Anyway, life's good. And I just want you to know that, hey, I'm hanging in there, and you guys hang in there too, okay? If you're doing it hard, let me know. Say good day in the comments. I appreciate all that do. It's always fun to get a notification. Oh, so-and-so's, Johnny Wade's... said g'day, and Robbie and Becky, and you know, like old mate Josh, and Mike, and you know, so many people actually do say g'day, and it's great. It helps me a lot, you know, especially when I'm petering on exhaustion. You know, I've been working a lot of days in a row, and doing education like mental health first aid. How's that? You know, and it's funny when you start talking about mental health and you start talking about triggers and about psychosis and anxiety, depression. It's amazing, you know, when you start looking inside at yourself and you go, man, like, but for the grace of God, you know, there go I, you know. I didn't end up in prison, you know. I didn't end up dead. I didn't end up a vegetable, you know. I'm doing all right. I made it to 50. How'd that happen? Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm going to have a coldie. And, yeah, Hopper, we'll just... Hopper, how are you going there, mate? You all right? He's all right. He's happy. A little bit of a plug. These guys helped me out with my tyre. Northside Motorcycles. Good service. And they didn't charge me to take my wheels off, put the tyres on. That's good. You know, like they were at least $100 cheaper than anyone else around here. So I quite liked them. Northside MC, I think they're at Launton, Strathpine, if you're in the Brisbane area, north west Brisbane. Anyway, guys, cheers.